Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is the recap review for Family or Fiance. Okay, so this is returned. Y'all, I already told y'all, all kinds of stuff has come back. I still have not done the recap reviews on a show that came back, and like 3 episodes are out, and they like dropped them like the same like day, week, or whatever. Hopefully, before the end of this week, I'll get those up, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna start, dropping some more, or at least do one like they normally would, because I don't know what made them set it off all of a sudden. But anyway, y'all. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this recap review. So, this is the first episode of the new season, and they started it off with a bang, I guess, if you want to put it like that. There is a couple, and their names are Colby and Imani. They are atheists. And I'm starting out with that because, as most of y'all know, I identify as a Christian. And I know a lot of people who think that people are just so holy and all this other stuff that they would never associate with the likes of them. But that's the complete opposite. I am cool with a lot of people who consider themselves to be atheists, just spiritual, Muslim, different denominations, and people who are non-believing at all. But I do not tend to deal with atheists that are like these atheists. And I will delve deeper into what I mean as this recap review continues on. So, a little bit of background. He actually is a preacher's kid. His daddy is like an assistant pastor or something. His grandfather is a bishop, so he comes from that background. He used to be up in there several times a week. So he knows about it. He actually said out of his own mouth that he has actually read the Bible. And that is what prompted him to be like, I'm done with all things that are considered to be religion, organized religion, all this other stuff, right? And yeah, it's crazy. She, on the other hand, came into the relationship as a believer. He apparently was questioning things, and that's where the problem came into play. He is the type of person that he thrives off of, and he gets so much satisfaction in challenging somebody who says that they are a Christian or they believe in any type of religion. And I can't. Like, he's the type of person that I would just have to be like, I see what you're doing, and I would rather just go somewhere else because I don't want you to disturb my peace. Yeah. Like, he really would try you. Anyway, let's go ahead and get deeper into this, y'all. The main issue, of course, that everybody has on both sides of the family is that they are non-believers. Imani's sister is the most vocal out of everybody. And, if nothing else, she wants to be able to have a sister bonding moment because they don't really spend time like that together anymore. So, yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, y'all, her family feels as though Colby is a very heavy influence as far as anything that she does. Prime example, apparently, for 5 years before she ever even knew of his existence, she didn't think nothing about her teeth. She was always like, oh, I'm on the fence. I don't know if I want to ever get anything done to my teeth. I don't know if I want to get braces. I don't know if I want to get work done. And as soon as he said something, she went straight out and got her teeth fixed. And that was a red flag for a lot of people. Now, the reason why it's a red flag is apparently something that is going to come up later on in the episode, and we will get to it because, trust me, a whole lot of stuff surrounds this, and it is a big red flag for me. And I'm going to tell y'all what I think about her in reference to her, in my opinion, ignoring the big red flag as we get further into this recap review. Y'all, so anyway, mostly everybody thinks that their relationship is going to fail because they do not believe in God. And yeah, it's just a lot to kind of try to digest. Apparently, nobody has really been around him like that. Nobody's really, seen them interact with one another. They feel as though the relationship was kind of fast. Within a year, they have now been engaged for 2 months. So they've been together as a whole for like 9 to 11 months, if that. And 2 of those months they've been engaged. So they're actually in the honeymoon phase, whether they want to accept it or not. But yeah, it just is what it is. So anyway, the tasks are Imani has to go grocery shopping with his folks, and he has to play Tower of Truth with her folks. So while she's at the grocery store, they're asking little questions. I mean, nothing out of the way. She was, pretty, okay. Her area, whatever they was talking about, it was all right. And when they were actually talking to him, they kind of had it set up like a Jenga or whatever type of situation, big Jenga situation where they wrote questions on the block. So the first question that we saw, whether or not it was actually the first one that was pulled or not, her sister pulled it, and it was, how did y'all first meet? He said they first met off of some dating app. And so she was like, what? Because apparently the sister told her that they met in a club. So I'm like, why would you opt to say that you met somebody at a club versus you met them off a dating app? And later on, it's revealed why, and I'll get into that too. So anyway, yeah, her sister is like looking like, okay, I don't understand why my sister would lie to me about how y'all met. And, she wanted to, kind of go backpedal just a little bit about something that she'd heard, which happens to be true, which is that he brought up the fact that the sister would look cute if she had braces. Keep in mind, this is literally their second date. Meaning she don't know him. They ain't in no relationship. They probably said, hey, my name is this on the first date and not much else. And now you're at the second date. Like, okay. And she actually, not long after that, went and got her teeth done. She went and got braces put on her teeth. And, you can see as of right now, if you saw the episode, you can see that she actually has the braces on and the way that she speaks and all that stuff. I don't know if teeth are missing and they are pulling them together, or it's the spacing, or I don't know what it is, but you can tell that she's wearing them. And yeah, don't know how long after he said it within those 2 dates, because literally this was the second date. I don't know how soon after that she went and got the braces put on, but she did. Anyway, the sister ain't here for it because it just seems like he's like controlling, and she's for some reason just so easily manipulated, and no matter what he says, it's like she just will go with whatever he says. And so that is very troubling. Like, my thing is, I'm not even kin to them. I'm not friends with nobody over there. And I was like, okay, red flag, what is going on here? Second date, and you said something to me about my teeth, and you go out and go get something done. Like, what? That's not the end of it, y'all. I'm gonna get to it. I promise you. I'm speaking about this over and over again because there is a reason. Hold your mule on that. Okay, so, but yeah, he told her had she gotten braces, she would be 2 points higher on the, I continue dating you scale. What? Anyway, yeah. His people wanted to know why she became an atheist, and, because they were shocked to find out that she wasn't one when they met. So they looked like, oh, well, what's going on? So she was like, oh, well, I met him, and, I actually was still very much so involved in the church or whatever. She was still in it or whatever. Like, she was still blessing the food, all this other stuff, y'all. And they'd gone out and they've been together and all of this. And one night, she was she asked him if he wanted to bless the food, and he looked at her and was like, so is God gonna come down and do something to the food? Like, I don't know, he did the most. He does what a lot of atheists that are on the level of atheism does. That irks my soul. And I just can't I can't do it. Like, if you saw the episode, you would understand. I can't do it. Anyway, yeah. Everybody is suspecting that she became an atheist because of him, y'all. I'm just not here for him. I'm not here for him at all. She just seems like the type of person who is easily manipulated and you can easily control, because I'm just like, how are you just so comfortable with somebody basically coming for your looks, and they like, well, you know, you'd be cute if you did this. Oh, for real? Who are you? We ain't together. We ain't married. We ain't nothing. And you talking about something, well, if you did this, you'd be cute. Like, oh, I can't let it go. I can't do it. So anyway, dinner time happened, right? And the family, they are praying over the food or whatever. Somebody's saying the prayer. Everybody's heads are bowed. Y'all, the two of them are looking around like they look like crazy, like literally crazy for real. Like, they look like they need to get a check. And I'm like y'all can't even just be like, because like for me, I do not stand for the national anthem, because y'all already know that ain't got nothing to do with black people. I know a lot of people are coming on board with stuff now as a 2020, but I've literally had this stance since I was in elementary school. I found out the history. I know what's going on. I know what it is. And for me, I'm not standing for it and putting my hand over my heart. I ain't doing nothing. I will sit there. I sit there and I like bow my head and just, if I think anything, I might say a prayer to myself. But, you know, I go about my business. But I'm not finna stand up there and put my hand over my heart and salute a flag that don't have nothing to do with me. I'm good. Anyway, that's my prerogative. That's what I do. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. But I'm just saying, it was just so awkward that the whole table had their heads bowed and everybody was praying and they just was looking all crazy. Anyway, apparently one of the, I think his sister or something, looked up out the corner of her eye and saw how they were looking and was just like disappointed. Like, ain't nobody here for them not being into religion. It's bad. So anyway, they just looked so awkward, Lord. So they brought up her teeth again. Who tells somebody that they would look 2 points higher if they, you know, if they got their teeth done? So people who didn't know about this beforehand, they were like, what you mean? We dealing with a point system now in order for you to want to be with somebody? Y'all, they eventually found out that had she said, no, I'm not willing to go get anything done to my teeth, that he would not have gone on a third date, meaning they would not be here at this juncture. And I'm just like, does that not tell you something, heifer? What is it that you see in him? What is it? Ain't no, I'm trying to understand, like, is it just she was just so desperate for a man or somebody's attention that she was just willing to accept anything? I don't understand. I don't understand, y'all. And my teeth are jacked up. Believe it or not, I've had people to actually come on this platform, my platform, and try me about my teeth. And I already know all of my imperfections about my teeth. I already know. So some of those have been deleted. Some of them I didn't even care enough to even delete. And y'all can go back and see the comments, the evil troll comments. That's fine. But my thing is, don't roll up on me and say nothing. But for me, since I know my imperfections and I already know where I'm lacking, I have no problem telling anybody up front. If I notice that they like me like that, or they are trying to get at me, whether I'm into them like that or not, I let them know off rip, look, I got this going on with me. I got this going on. Like, I list off stuff. I'm the type of person, ask any of my exes, I list off stuff hoping that I don't make the list. Because if you have a problem with me, then there's no reason for us to even try to go anywhere. Like, why? What are we doing? I would rather you say, oh, I have a problem with you having crooked teeth, than me to get with you, and then you just be like, well, you know what? I've been meaning to say this for so long. Oh, I wish you would do something to your teeth. You would look a whole lot better if you had your teeth done. Why don't you just get some chiclet teeth like everybody else? Oh, that would hurt my feelings. Ain't no way. You're not finna tell me that didn't hurt your feelings. That girl's trying to make it seem like it didn't hurt her feelings when he came in her sideways, second date in. Not even in a relationship. There was no monogamous relationship to be had. They literally were in the stage of he could be going and screwing and fooling with and on dates with everybody else. And she could be doing the same because they were not in a committed relationship. But she was like, oh, he said it. Let me go get some braces. What? Y'all, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help it. The man, he irks my soul. So anyway, y'all, everybody's tired in their spirit. And I literally don't like having any conversations about religion with people like that who are that type of atheist, because as I mentioned in the very beginning of this video, I have people who I heavily associate with who are atheists. I deal with people who are from all walks of life, but they are nowhere near this level. And it is crazy. It's to the point where I've actually converted a few people because they see how I operate and they're like, wow, if you feel like that, or if it's just, for me, I'm being myself. And there are things that have been revealed to me that sometimes you don't have to speak about it. It's just about action. You can show somebody better than you can tell them. And that's how I've been able to operate. I'm not trying to sit up here and make it seem like I am holier than thou, because I am far from that. I'm just saying I am a believer. I have had things revealed to me. I have had things to happen to me, so I know it's real. But other people, they might be harder to convince, just like, what was his name, Thomas? In the Bible days, everybody cannot have that Thomas experience. Everybody cannot have that experience where he was like, well, I don't know if I believe you. And then he put his hand in his side so he could feel where he had the nail scars and all that stuff. Doubting Thomas, I get that. But this dude is too much, y'all. So they were just like, look, we feel like the issue with you is that you want to try to test everybody else because you feel like what you've read in the Bible isn't what it really is. So now you want to make it seem like, well, if it's not for man, then I'm not gonna, how can I say it? They said something about how he was just like, well, man has been able to prove otherwise. But they were looking like, okay, you could say all that, but if you're not seeking the answers from God, how do you know that what you think is what it is really is what it is? Like, it was just too much. Everybody tired. Like, it seems like a lot of circles have been spoken in. It's just a lot. Anyway, y'all. They ended up having another day and whatever. The next day passed. They had dinner again. This is like day 2. Y'all, the prayers happening again. Y'all, they look so crazy while everybody is praying. This time, he was just looking over at her. I was like, bruh. I'm so tired. So anyway, y'all, they brought up the braces again. And I mean, in all honesty, the second night is when it really, really came out that he would have never dated her again had he known that she would have been like, well, had she been like, oh no, I'm not going to do anything. If you don't accept me as I am, then, I mean, it is what it is. If you can't accept that, then I guess we can't be. And his sister is defending him. She get in her feelings and eventually leave, but she's defending him. It was like, well, my brother is how he is, and nobody was making her do what she didn't want to do. And I was like, Lord, just stop. I was like, girl, bye. Y'all was so tired. I was like, girl, bye, girl. My thing is, if my brother trash, then my brother trash. There are so many people who sit up there and ride for raggedy relatives day in and day out, and they loud and wrong. No, if you wrong, you wrong. I don't care if you kin to me or not. I don't care if you my friend. I read my friends all the time. If my friends are doing something they ain't supposed to do, I'm gonna call them out on it. That's just what it is. Why you want somebody to be loud and wrong? Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. Okay. So Imani wants to have a relationship with her sister again. They ended up having it where they had a sister's day together on the beach, and they went out and they were talking, and it was brought up again about how everything was with the braces. And, you know, she was just like, look, I'm not really trying to have any dealings with your man because I ain't here for it. She don't like him like that, and I'm here for it. And later on, they tried to have him and her to have one-on-one because she made it plain, like, I'm trying to have this relationship with my sister again, and, you know, it just is what it is, and I live for my sister. So they tried to have a one-on-one, and she was like, look, I still have the same energy that I had from last night. Y'all, why he trying to drop a Bible verse out of nowhere? Why you come out of nowhere with a scripture, but you say you ain't here for the ideology? Why are you here? Y'all, I was so tired. I was like, what we not finna do with this? What you can't. I feel like you can't do that. Like, why would you even try that? I was so tired in my spirit. And, you know, and I understand that is a scripture. That is a part of the word. But for you to say that you are a hardcore atheist, why is that something that you're trying to use as something that would help you win an argument? Please stop. And she was not here for it either. She was in the confessional going off. She was tired in her spirit. Y'all, she is still not here for him. And I ain't here for it either. And she was just like, look, it just got to a point where she was like, you know what? I'm not here for the negativity. I don't want to engage in anything that is going to ruin my peace. And that's exactly how I am. And everything about him is combative. And I'm just like, sir, no, this is what we're not going to do. Y'all, anyway, day 3 happens. And Imani is like, you know, it's very important to me to have both of our families approve of our union, approve of us being together, all of that. She learns that, you know, he is not on the same page with her. And this is literally like the first thing they finally disagree on, because in her mind, she just thinks that everything's fine. For whatever reason, she's not understanding that he ain't meshing with her folks, namely her sister. The mama ain't here for it because, you know, religious reasons. And it's just too much. Like, it don't even make, I don't know, it ain't making sense to nobody. It's really not. And so, like, you could tell Tracy McMillan was just like, y'all might need to pump the brakes on this, because no. He's not really emotionally where he needs to be, and he admits that. And so he gonna turn to her and was like, do I need to be more emotionally available to you? I was like, sir, like, what are you talking about? He was supposed to, do I need to show more emotions and all this other stuff? For you to have to turn to her and ask her that, come on now, I'm tired. So anyway, and like, he kept being the confessional, making it seem like, you know, I mean, it might not seem like it, but I'm very emotional, especially when it comes to Imani. That's the only person that I really show it to. I was like, I feel like he be like this all the time. Like, he just has this look, and I just be like, oh my God, he got one of them looks. Y'all got to see the episode. Y'all would understand my frustration if you saw the episode. So anyway, like, it's crazy, but she was like, I don't think my family is going to give the blessing. And he straight up was like, I don't do emotional. And I was like, I believe you. That's the first thing I full on believe about you. As far as your relationship is concerned, you don't do emotional. No, you don't. So anyway, y'all, they ended up having the blessing ceremony. Everybody said that they are going to bless their union except her mama and her sister. If nobody else, I knew the sister was going to come through. And yeah, ain't nobody here for it really. And it was crazy because I'm like, why are all y'all saying y'all going to get him to bless it, even though almost every single last one of y'all said y'all ain't here for it because of their religious beliefs and y'all feel like it's going to fail. Why y'all literally are saying the exact same thing y'all said when y'all came in the door as to why y'all ain't here for the relationship, But now y'all still trying to say, oh, well, we just gonna give you the blessing. What? Y'all don't make no sense. I don't understand. Because it seems like she's being led by a puppet master, and it's just some foolishness. I don't understand. I ain't here for it. So anyway, y'all, the wedding's it was supposed to happen in January, and they didn't put no update or nothing on there, to my knowledge. So I don't know if the wedding actually happened. Did it get pushed back? Did she get some sense? I don't know, but I ain't here for it. And that's the end of this recap review. This episode made me a little bit tired in my spirit because I don't like having any type of interaction with atheists that are like him. I can't. Anyway, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see y'all later on. Bye.